Hello friends, time for another segment of Around the Area with Allie. We're taking a trip to the vet. You know, our pets are like family, and in this segment we're going to look at a common ailment for older cats.
Regular viewers of WCBI News may recognize my long-haired cat, Greyson. She was featured on Sunrise Saturday, yawning on command.
In just a second, I promise she's about to yawn. I said, Greyson, would you yawn? And I may have had some treats. There she goes, see? I told her to yawn and she yawns.
Greyson turned 12 this spring, and I noticed her appetite increased as her weight plummeted. So we took her into Ward Veterinary Clinic, where after blood work and other tests, Greyson was diagnosed with an overactive thyroid.
Her levels were so high they wouldn't even read.
Wow.
And that was concerning.
Veterinarian Lori Ward opened her practice in Tupelo 7 years ago and says feline thyroid disease is common in older cats.
The hyperthyroidism is extremely common in cats over 7 years old.
Okay.
So when we have a cat present to us that's older, at least 7 and older, and they're skinny, their hair coat looks bad, they tend to be, they can vocalize, they can be a little hyperactive, they're just not right. And so usually where we start is just like I said, simple blood test, and that is exactly where it led us to her thyroid.
Greyson was prescribed Falimazole to hopefully regulate her thyroid. It is the feline version of methimazole, a medicine I'm familiar with. About 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, an overactive thyroid. I took methimazole until undergoing a radioactive iodine treatment, which basically killed my thyroid. Dr. Ward says in some cases, cats need the same treatment.
When you're dealing with these thyroid patients, you always need to check their heart because it affects their blood pressure, their heart rate. It can affect their kidneys too, and they can become azotemic. So kidney failure patients, the start of kidney failure, they'll become azotemic, meaning their BUN creatinine levels are elevated and they're producing ammonia levels that are high, and it makes them nauseous. And so then we've created another issue in another organ when we should have just gotten this organ under control, because the whole body is controlled by your endocrine system.
And while Dr. Ward says there is no proof that cats mimic diseases their humans have, she says my experience with thyroid disease helps me better understand the effects it has on Greyson.
It's crazy how there's cases that come in and humans will have something and their pets will actually get it and they mimic one another. And they'll come in and they'll say, oh my gosh, I have that just like you did. And so those are the easy owners to the clients that can get it super easy because they've been through it. They have knowledge of it, and then they're so much more likely to be compliant and the animal get better because they've been through it and they know how bad they feel.
Greyson's last checkup showed her thyroid was back at normal levels. So if your cat starts to act hungry all the time and loses weight, take them into the vet for a checkup. Dr. Ward says with proper diagnosis and treatment, cats like Greyson should live long and happy lives. That's a wrap for Around the Area with Allie, your destination for good news.